Greetings, fellow citizens of Disneyland. Bricky here with an epic 1 year look back on where we were this time last year. As you may know, Disneyland opened on Friday, April 30th, 2021. But for some of us, we were able to get in there a few days earlier for cast member previews. I was fortunate enough to be able to walk through the front gate on, I believe it was Tuesday, April 27th. I was able to be one of the very first guests to return inside of the park as I did a cast member preview for 3 days. So yeah, Tuesday, before the park would open up to everyone on that Friday. This is the footage that I shot. I used a special camera on my iPhone that allows me to shoot one direction out of what the phone sees and the other direction of me. All we'll be looking at today is the camera that was facing away from me. So all of the footage you'll see today was shot at the very beginning of the cast member preview. And I hope you enjoy it because this is a moment in time that, hopefully we'll never get back. We don't ever want to see the park closed for 400 days, but it was such an interesting moment because we were slowly seeing the park come back to life. We were slowly seeing things show back up. And this is a way that we'll probably never see the parks again. God, I hope. Yeah, new footage. All right. Want to give a shout out to everybody who's watching along with me this morning or this afternoon, whatever time it is. I don't even know. But let's get started. My friend Nikki Ramirez says, excited to take a trip down memory lane. Oh, what a trip it's going to be. All right, let's get started. So this is about, I think, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. We weren't one of the very first guests to go through the gate, but we were pretty early in. So, of course, I just had to stand out here. And I just remember the feeling of wanting to be someplace so bad. And then all of a sudden, I went through the gate. I'm like, oh, I'm there. Like, I'm finally there again. And that part was just so amazing. All right, looks like I finished whatever intro I was doing. Oh, getting to go to the tunnel on the right. What a treat. What a treat it was. And just talking about how things are different a year. This is already like the least congested I've seen this in a long time. Everybody, of course, is wearing masks. We'll see tons of cast members everywhere greeting us. Tunnel on the right. Let's do it. Let's go back on memory lane and see what the park looked like 1 year ago today when it very first started letting guests come back in. This is wild. It's just wild because right now the park is just so full of people. Yeah, you'll see the Bricky ghost hand a couple of times today. I want to thank everybody for joining me. So yeah, looking back, we can see that the Main Street train station, the stairs there are all roped off. Those just recently became open. I got to walk up those for the first time last week when I was doing update. And so, just such little things like that. Coco Loco says, never once did I take for granted the low crowds. Hey, it was definitely one of the perks. It was definitely one of the perks to the bad times, right? You can see that there's stickers all on the sidewalks, sort of indicating where people should wait in line. Now, this wasn't the opening day when there was just like a flood of cast members greeting you back. And I guess something that's interesting to say about this day was that everyone in the park that you'll see in this footage, they're either cast members, friends of cast members like myself, or family members of cast members. So it did very much have like a company picnic type of vibe where there was just such a closeness because everybody was somehow related to people that work in the park because that's the only way you could get in. Hey, Relyn, how you doing, bud? But yeah, there was a lot of excitement. There was a lot of tears, but nothing compared to the Friday when everybody was able to get in. Oh, Pepper's Ghost in Adventureland. Have fun, bud. So you can see there's tables and chairs outside of Gibson Girl. That's obviously nothing they could do today because the parks have gotten back to being so crowded. Rick St. Louis says it almost seems like a cautious walk down Main Street, like coming out of a long winter. It's pretty accurate, bud. That's pretty much what it felt like, to be honest. Pretty much what it felt like indeed. Let's move that feature chat over a little bit there. So, of course, I had to go and say hello to my favorite light bulb, because that's just what one does when you're a complete psycho. Just look at that. Finally, everybody just back in. And it's so weird. Everybody just had their own destination, right, of where it is that they wanted to go. But even though our castle is tiny in scale, felt so huge that day, just being able to see it again. Samson Collins, who is a... Oh, that's right. Going old school. Look what's back. Look what's back for my old school gang of streamers back during the pandemic as I'm going old school. Samson Collins, who is a cast member, said 100% company picnic vibe. The cast preview is so special. Absolutely. And let me say hello to Ellen. Hi, Bricky. My mom and I love your videos. Keep it up. They always make us so happy. Well, Ellen, I'm so happy that you and your mom are having fun. Thank you for super chat and supporting today's content. And speaking of supporting today's content, after we do this walkthrough of my first time back inside of Disneyland for 1313 members, I'm doing the same thing, but DCA. So I'm completely submerging myself in memory lane today. There we go. Some of my old school streamer buds are excited to see that Scrooge McDuck is back. Adventures Beyond Adversity says, yes, all those extras and tables and chairs, a disabled person's dream. I'm assuming that that's sarcastic because that's more stuff for you to dodge. I'm going to assume that that's Ben being his cheerful self. Federalist, what's up? You were around back then. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep pushing through. But thank you so much again to Ellen and your mom for the super chat. Very generous of you. Very generous. All right. So obviously, you know me. I'm going to get the worst out of the way first, right? I'm going to come in. I'm going to hit this hub, see all these beautiful flowers, and then you know which way I'm going. I'm going to knock out Sorrow Land right out of the gate. Oh, and it'd be with the invisible super chat. Oh, did it not trigger it? Woo! There it is. Woo! There it is. Chris Murray, thank you so much. Appreciate it, bud.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
You're too kind, my friend. Too kind always. Appreciate the super chats from my friends. Thank you so much, Anna B. Thank you so much, Chris Murray. Yes, let's take the VIP tour with me, bud. All right. So when we walked in, it was like we didn't know what state everything was going to be in. If you look straight ahead there, I saw Kenny P. Rocks spitting out some of that poetry to the local media. But you know I make fun of Tomorrowland. You know I always give Tomorrowland like so much crap. And let me tell you, it felt amazing to be walking through Tomorrowland. To see Astro Orbiter spinning again, woo, it was so good. So good. Leonie's got me up on the big screen. Appreciate that, bud. I mean, here lately, walking through this area, it's been, Gimbal's getting a little wacky. Here lately, walking through this area, it's been so congested with people. And I just remember walking in and being like, man, this is going to probably be one of the only times in your life that during broad daylight, not late at night like I shut it down, but during broad daylight, you're going to be able to see the park this empty, which is just wild. Yes, Anna B, Chris and Chris are the best. Hey, what's up, Andrew Morley? How you doing, bud? Yeah, Adam, I saw the new concept art for Tokyo Space Mountain. I put up a survey today over in the community tab. If you want to vote on which topic you want me to do a deep dive on this week's Friday update video, go over there and vote, because Tokyo Disneyland and how that could come into our Tomorrowland is on there. AS, thank you so much, bud. Appreciate it. Me and AS might have a big adventure coming up real soon. And Tomorrowland, on this particular day, it was rad. Very, very rad. So yeah, if Tokyo Disneyland's Space Mountain is something you want me to deep dive in this week's update video, go over to the community tab and vote. Because right now, Star Wars Night is in first place, and that's going to get the deep dive this week. There's only so much time to do so much deep diving. You know how deep I go. I can't deep dive every topic. But I do remember wanting to just stand here and just take in Space Mountain. Yeah, AK. The woo-woos are back. Super chatting while driving just to hear the woo-woos. That's old school. The woo-woos are so old school. Thanks, AK. I appreciate it, bud. And then I finally got to get back to Launch Bay, and the pandemic was over. All right, Launch Bay, still closed, right? Still closed. Yeah, if somebody was asking, thank you, Coco Loco, for letting them know. This footage was shot, I'll repeat it again. This was shot 1 year ago today on the very first cast member preview. These are the first people that were back inside of Disneyland days before the official Friday, April 30th reopening. So I was fortunate enough to be one of the first citizens of Disneyland to get to go back home. And I just walked through and shot this walkthrough. I used a double camera system, so there's also footage of me talking and reacting to everything. But I always wanted to have this clean footage for this historical purpose, to just see what it was like when citizens of Disneyland finally got to go back home. And look at that. The lagoon full of water. Been a long time since we've seen that. Been a real long time. Thanks, Coco Loco, for bringing one of our fellow citizens of Disneyland up to speed in the chat. Lauren says, I'll always remember my May 2021 trip to the park. It was so great being back and having it to ourselves. It really was, Lauren, a fantastical time. Just mind-blowing. So I thought today, with it being the official 1 year anniversary, such a great time to go back and check out this historic footage that I'm so lucky that I was able to capture. Oh, Matterhorn. Even though all the water wasn't running and Matterhorn wasn't open, there's just something about being next to it and seeing it again that's so amazing. Look at this. I just had to touch it. 9:37, that's what time it was. Yeah, I just had to touch Matterhorn and be like, I'm back, baby, I'm back. Oh, so magical. While we're on this little lookout spot, I'm going to catch up with the chat. Firo family, the Finding Nemo opening date. My prediction for the opening date is never. Never. Let's see here. Disneyland Today says the innovation building is not so sound for another attraction as exists. I believe there's some water damage on the roof. I say take it out. Tear it down. Get rid of it. Greg says, do you think Long Beach will reopen the celebration coming into town? Do you think that Long Beach will reopen with celebration coming into town? Launch Bay, not Long Beach. I don't know. I mean, would people care? I mean, I know we would care, right? Because we're LBC, Launch Bay crew, but it'd be interesting to see. Let's see here. Federalist, this view is so good, right? And I'll tell you guys this, right up here, this observation deck, That is one of the best views you can get in the entire park. You stand,
Woo!
woo, woo. You stand right there in the corner. Beautiful view of Matterhorn with the lagoon. One of the best things about this finally coming back online, we'll be able to get that photo spot again. And Jess with the invisible green chat got a hit of those classic woo woos. Takes you back, right? Takes you back to the old gang. All right. Let's proceed and move along. Oh, look at me. Hey, that's the best place to get a photo. So predictable. All right, we come around the bend. You can see, we didn't have the monorail running because of social distancing. We also didn't have Matterhorn open, but man, just getting to walk through here. This is kind of one of my favorite parts of the park because Tomorrowland is over and I'm just starting to get that pump up for getting ready to see the Mary Blair Rolly Crump Classic. Oh, wait, by the way, today, I don't know if you guys heard this, but today, a kid got Autopia completely off the tracks. And looks like somebody else did with those runaway tracks right there, pulling some Mr. Toads. Man, what a victorious day. I remember there was that day where somebody flew a plane over Disneyland and the footage was everywhere. And everyone's like, have you seen it? Have you seen it? Like, people hit me up like 1,000 times. Have you seen it? And I was just sitting in my chair, just like so bummed at that footage. I was like, I don't want to acknowledge it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about seeing Disneyland right now completely empty on a summer day. So this area over right behind me, all of those kiosks have been taken out because now we have Fast Pass. That's one of the big things that have changed. Remember, each one of those kiosks had sort of an animal carved into wood. That whole thing's completely taken out now. It's like a little informational kiosk where CMs hang out. Oh, Federalists, I love that story of the kids that were able to get Autopia cars out of there and they were just cruising down Main Street. What I wouldn't give to see footage of that. Look at this. I'm the only guest in this entire area. Guess. Did I put a T on the end of it? I'm not a guest. I mean, I was guessing, but I'm a guess. Guest? Yeah, there is a T at it. Guest. Who knows? Oh, yeah. That's as far as you went, Bricky? You didn't go out on the whole dock? Nah. You say you love Disneyland. So I don't know if you guys just noticed. I'll cruise back just a little bit. Whoops. But it's important to note how few things are actually open. Because I come over here to get that little sneak peek of Small World. But look, straight ahead, that food stand's closed. The popcorn cart is closed. The churro, no, not churro, the chimichanga stand behind me is closed. Like, there's more things in here that are closed than are open right now. We just went past the Matterhorn, which was closed. Like, very much a wacky time. And then, just for good measure, there's a sink. Michael Stout, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Man, what a day. Oh, yeah. Tigger was there to welcome me back. Wow, it was so cool just to see characters in the park. Socially distant, but they were excited to see me. Because, spoiler, I kind of had them to myself. Because I think everyone else that you're seeing in the frame is a CM. Because I think most people just went straight to attractions, but not me. I wanted to do a lap first. Look at Matterhorn. Girl, you look so good. tables lined up there. Could you imagine how sick it would have been to have one of those tables to sit at all day waiting for Main Street Electrical to come back this past Friday? Just tables and umbrellas everywhere. You know, Winnie the Pooh had a whole pandemic to get a pair of slacks. Still going bottomless. What a creep. What's up, sir? Yeah, there it is. Prettiest facade in all of Disneyland. Probably the prettiest facade the park's ever built. Disney parks, I should say. This is me, I think, doing like wait a minute. I don't remember doing this spin around. I'm like, hold on. I'm the only guest. Am I in some sort of dream? I'm the only guest in Disneyland. This is kind of what I've been dreaming about my whole life. But the monkey's paw got me here in some sort of weird jinx of public health and safety. But yeah, spinning around and realizing I'm the only cast, or I'm the only citizen of Disneyland who's not a cast member standing here. Phenomenal feeling. And don't forget, over the last year, remember we had the big flood where we weren't able to get Small World for Christmas because when we put the water back in, it went over the wall and flooded out some of the equipment. So nuts. As we pause to get this look, I want to remind everybody that Jeff Pike is letting everybody know there will be a Club 1313 members only. We'll be doing the same thing, my first lap inside of DCA right after this public stream. And thank you so much for being a subscriber to the channel, whether you're in 13 or 13 or not. And then let me see. Tony Mendez said, I never got to experience the little to no crowds. I'm envious, especially with how jammed it's been. Hey, man, the magic's back and so are the people. It has been crowded in there. Crowded. Yes, Troy, Donald doesn't wear pants either. And Troy's always going to wear pants after I hit him with my Fun Fact Monday on why I'm anti-water park. Right, Troy? You're going to keep your britches on too, my man. Don't need those Donald flakes finding you out in the water. Oh, man. Kick her out. Wait a minute. She's an admin. Kick yourself out. All right, let's keep rolling. There goes Mary Poppins. And Bert. Hey, Bert.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! The Farrow family says, empty Disneyland vibes are elite. This is a dream stream. So happy you captured this of your own memory and to share with us this perfect day. Man, it was a perfect day. Thank you so much, Farrow family, for the super. And yeah, this... You did better than me. I should have named this the Dream Stream because it literally felt like I was walking around inside of a dream. Like, what a magical day. What a magical day. And the funny thing is I caught all of this footage. This is me walking by myself. I didn't tell any of my Club 1313 buds that I was doing this. And then I showed up later that day pretending like I was doing a live stream at home. I was actually in the park because I'd been doing live streams like this using footage and a green screen. And I tried to, be like, hey, let's do one last one from home. And then quickly they realized he's in the park. He got in the park early. And that was like such a magical moment. Mike McCracken says, had to get a super chat in, caught some tadpoles last month and named them Scrooge, Donald, Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Della. Great shots. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, bud. And it's cool that you got some tadpoles. And then, what a dude. Capturing tadpoles, naming them after ducks. This guy's living the life. All right, let's push on. Oh, Toontown. Open, and the crazy sidewalk project wasn't there. Like now this whole area in front of us has that sidewalk, which, that's now elevated. And thank God they put that in so that you can go right down to the construction wall. But yeah, this was all open, but eventually that would get knocked off. And then this happened, which was hands down my most magical memory of the day. Because it's like you think, oh, I'm going to get to go back to the park and I could see Mickey Mouse, but didn't imagine it was going to go this way. Of course, me being the parks nerd and loving construction and design, I was very excited to see just how big the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway building is. And at this moment, I hadn't rode the attraction. Now I've been lucky enough to ride it twice, and I cannot wait for that to come out here. I really cannot wait for it to come out here. Mike McCracken, thank you so much for that super chat, bud, and all my friends that are super chatting today. So, hey, right now, none of this concrete exists. This is all dirt. Roger Rabbit fountain's gone. The fountain straight ahead's gone. And look, I don't even notice yet that Mickey is on his porch waving because it's me, Mickey, and one CM. And that's it. He's trying so hard to get my attention, and I'm just like, oh my God, look at this. I'm just like, oh wow, look at the building, look at the sign. And then it happened. I realized that he was there, and it was just the two of us. And hey, Mickey Mouse is like Santa Claus, right? You believe he's real because it makes it a better experience for the kids and for everybody else. So just getting to have this moment, it was like, I can't believe any of this is happening. It's just me and Mickey Mouse. We're the only two people in Toontown. Like, come on. Like, could you make it more magical? Totally, Alexander. Like, Mickey was like, hey, you dum-dum with the camera, over here. So yeah, all of this concrete that you see is completely gone. Yeah, tell me about it, Lauren. I'm trying to be a cool guy and hold back. I agree with you, Disneyland today. Mickey's Toontown is going to be the gem of Disneyland. Can't wait to see what's in store in person. I know it's going to be awesome. All right, let's keep pushing forward. This is just unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable that it looked like this. Kristen, I think Mickey was happy to see me. I was happy to see him. There's no way Mickey could have been as happy to see Bricky as Bricky was happy to see Mickey. That's for sure. Straight ahead, we can see the Roger Rabbit fountain. That's completely wiped out. Construction walls would slowly get popped up. Like, this would be the last time that we'd get to see Toontown in its, original state or state that it had been in for the last decade or so. Woo. New pathway coming to, let me stop this real quick. Alexander says, new pathway to Batuu coming to Toontown? No. Put in a pathway to Galaxy's Edge would ruin the fact that when you take your kids inside of Toontown, that it's a captive land and they can't easily wander off. If they do it, it would be dumb. I broke down in one of my update videos just how far that walk is. It's not as close as what people might imagine. So, no, I don't see it happening. They redid the Fantasyland sign since then. They repainted it. There's one of the old original ticket booths. Nobody's open at the popcorn stand. This little area over here, this little fantasy fair shop's closed. But it does have high tap tables around it. Wow. Just unbelievable. This made me really happy that I didn't rush over to a ride and that I just decided to walk it like I dreamed about doing for 400 days. Storybook Canal Boats, I'm pretty sure that one was closed. I don't think that reopened. But it was still beautiful. Yeah, you can see that it's chained off there. One of the old original ticket booths out front painted as the light tower. Then, one of the prettiest rides in the park, the teacups. Look at those crazy people that are like, I gotta get back on the teacups. I gotta get in there and I gotta get back in those teacups. God, that's beautiful. Right, Kristen? This is like dream. It was like, I lived it and it still feels like a dream. Oh, it's crazy. So crazy. All right, we're heading over now into Fantasyland, which, if you remember King Arthur's Carousel, before the parks had closed, they were getting ready to refurbish it. That's set for a long time, but this was my first chance to get to see it all refurbished. And who's that I hear? Christopher Quinn. Tokyo Disney just released concept art for Tomorrowland, and Space Mountain rebuild looks amazing. Yes, we've talked about that. And if you want to see that as this week's deep dive, you got to go over to the community tab and vote for it. Because if that's what you guys pick, I'm willing to do a deep dive on what they're doing over in Tokyo and how it could work its way back into our Tomorrowland. And you know what that means. The kids got Photoshop skills, and I will put that Tomorrowland, I will put that Space Mountain in our Tomorrowland and show you what it could look like. So if that's what you want to see on Friday's deep dive, make sure you go hit it up. And thank you, Christopher Quinn, for the super chat. Appreciate you, bud. Good to see you here. All right, let's get back into it. Oh, Mr. Toad. Look at that. Walk on, Tony Mendez. Walk on to Toad. Could have just went in there and just did it. I have no idea when Japan, Tokyo, will be open for tourism again. It doesn't look good over in Asia. They are aggressively handling all this. So this is my first time of getting to see Snow White fully redone. A good friend of mine was the lead architect on this project, so I was so excited to see the work that him and his team had done. After hearing so much about it, it was like just great to see it, and just knowing like how much work went into putting this new exit over here on the side. Like just knowing the behind the scenes, it was fantastic to finally get to see that. And then later on, hey, how you doing? Then later on that day, getting to ride it, and here I am. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Yeah, let's walk through it. Let's do it. Look at that. Family, strollers. Everybody's got their phone out. Everybody's just like, I can't believe this is happening. This dude ghost walking. I love these little pockets here. These pockets are made for photos. If you stand in that pocket and you take a photo of yourself, that's how you get photos of the castle with nobody standing behind you. And I don't think many people know that. But then I had to come over here and remember, during the pandemic, when I got stuck in the castle. You guys remember? It was right up there where I got stuck in the castle. If you haven't seen that live stream, it's a wild one. Oh, look how beautiful. I promised myself I wouldn't cry in this live stream, but I'm fighting it, man. I'm fighting it so hard. Oh, that's when the Christmas shop was a Christmas shop. Yeah, Christopher Quinn, my hype man. He knows how to push the like button. Do you? Thanks, Chris. Always appreciate it, dog. What's up, Darth Votto? What's up, my man? How you doing, bud? Good to see you in here. Man, look how beautiful it is. All decked out. I only ride Jingles. What's your favorite horse? Mine's Jingles. People tell me that. It drives me crazy. It's like, just get on a horse. My favorite's the bench, okay? I like to ride the bench. I hate horses. Woo. Who knew in just 4 days I would brave Dumbo? I mean, most people have never rode Dumbo. Most people have never rode it. Look, it's completely empty. There's nobody on it because people are just too afraid to ride Dumbo. Can't find one guest on there. But days later, I would be the first person to ride Dumbo in 10 years. Been 10 years since somebody had been that brave. It just spins around empty all the time. But then a brave man showed up and hopped in that elephant and made it mine. I made it mine. All right, let me look at all those flower beds. It's just, to quote the guy over on the Mark Twain, it's just all so beautiful. Let me get some music back on here for us. Look at that. Just everything closed. Stickers everywhere on the ground of where you're supposed to stand. Yep, that's what's up, Coco Loco. Only the most hardcore of the hardcore ride Dumbo. I bet you there's what? There's 1,000 people here watching right now. I bet only 10 of you have been on Dumbo. 10 out of 1,000. 11 if you include me. So true, Darth Vato. The bench usually has a wait time of 2 hours with no Genie Plus. Hey, it's worth it. If you're going to wait 2 hours for anything in Disneyland, waiting for the bench is worth it. Oh, look at this guy lying. Ridden Dumbo on both coasts. No, he hasn't. You know what, guys? Kick Troy out. I'm not pushing play to ban him. Get him out of here. Ridden Dumbo on both coasts. There's no way. This guy is full of it. You know how many people have done that? Statistically, hardly anybody. Get out of here with your lies, Troy. Get out of here. Yeah. Look, he's going to double down on it again. He's going to double it. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Okay, Troy. Sure you have. Nobody's ever done that. I know somebody who works with a guy that claims his cousin wrote that. You guys are too good, man. I love doing this. Dude, live streams from home are so much more fun than live streams in the Sure, Troy. Troy, I love you, bud. I have kids. I promise I've done it. You're the best, Troy. Oh, bro. Bro, Dumbo's my absolute favorite. It's my first ride I go to when I come from Australia. Now, see, that I believe. Because Australia is full of just crazy people. And those are the type of people that would ride Dumbo. This guy I'll believe. Christopher says with the invisible super chat. Sorry, the green ones go invisible. Christopher says, seems like Disneyland relationship with Florida is souring with the relationship with Anaheim is improving. Good for us Disneylanders. Yes, indeed. It's all falling apart for them and it's working for us. I hope everything out in Florida resumes. I really, really do. Troy's the best. You're killing me, man. Stop it. Oh, man, your wife's been a cast member for years, or was a cast member for years. Tell her thank you for her service. We appreciate her. See, this is one of those things. Dumbo was my first ride ever. Okay, Soul Wool. That's what parents tell kids because they're afraid that if you get on there, you'll never make it back off. So it's like, oh, yeah, when you were little, you rode it. That's just something that people tell that your parents are hazing you. You were gaslit. Dumbo was Fantasyland's Chuck Norris. It's funny because it's true. All right, let's keep going. Woo. Keeping that up for the rest of the chat. Dumbo's Fantasyland's Chuck Norris. Oh, that's so good. Oh, Darth Vato. Oh, funny how not too long ago some were jumping the ship to Florida. You think? That's come to bite some people in the butt when their stock fell at the lowest it's been in 52 weeks. All right. Back to this. Enough of the BS current events. Let's get back to the first time we got to get back inside Disneyland. Yeah, stop, look over the bridge, see if the mechanical fishes are jumping. Yeah, I said fishes. Can we see any real animals? A real turtle? My mom had a photo taken, so I would believe her. Okay, so who's going to tell Sonia? Sonia, I don't know if you know this, but they actually will superimpose children's faces on photos of Dumbo just so the parents can show them that to save their child from getting on Dumbo. I hate to be the one to tell you guys this, but Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, you rode Dumbo. These are lies we tell our children. I feel bad being the one to tell Sonia that photo's not real. No way is that photo real. Oh, the Discord is popping off, Federalists. I got my phone on mute, but I'll trust you. I'll trust you that it's popping over in the Discord where all my buds are hanging out. I'll trust you on that one. Pretzel cart closed. What was that? Oh! Antebellum just joined the YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you, bud. Yeah, Christopher, you're right. There is a Dumbo just for photos, just so they're like, look. Just go over here and sit on this one because we know you can't handle the real thing, okay? This has been around walls now for a while as they've been working on the pump that sits over here on the deck as they're getting Phantasmic ready to come back online. Oh, I love that deck so much. I can't wait for that to open back up. That's that right there. That right there. That right there. That's one of the best spots. It's okay, Sonia. We all live that same lie. We all live that same lie. You're not alone, my friend. Oh. This cast member was great. I'm going to unmute so you can hear this amazing Disneyland reaction.
Look at that. Oh.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome back. We've missed you.
Not as much as I missed you.
You know what's an amazing attraction? Now, this is being honest, right? I'm not saying because I'm a boat cast member, but the Mark Twain Riverboat is amazing.
Sir?
We have brand new water.
Sir? You are talking to somebody who this is my favorite ride.
Well, see, there you go.
I was born and raised on the banks of the Ohio River with steamships going by, the Delta Queen, the Bella Louisville.
I know them.
When I'm on this boat, I feel like I'm at home.
There you go. We have new stuff on the island. And over on the far side of the island, we have new stuff. We have new dirt.
New dirt!
New water.
New water!
And there's guaranteed new leaves on the trees.
New leaves on the trees! We're back, baby! The magic is real! This is my first ride when I finish my lap. Thank you guys so much.
Take care.
New dirt! New dirt! New dirt!
What a maniac. I like that he was like, hey, I'm going to try to sell this guy on getting on the Twain. I'm like, dude, you don't have to sell me on it. And I was not lying. Once I did my lap, the very first attraction I got on was the Mark Twain. I just wanted to be on it so bad and just get the view of New Orleans Square and kind of go around the backside where it gets quiet. Oh, so magical. New leaves on the trees. Oh, man. Which Haunted Mansion do you like better, Cali or Florida? You know, I've only rode the one in Florida once, and I was so exhausted that I think I might have fallen asleep when I was on it. So I'm going to have to go with the OG out here in Anaheim. This is what I'm going to have to go with. Right, Troy? That what a great CM. What a great CM. Kim says, Mark Twain is great. My daughter, when she was about 5, was able to drive the Mark Twain. Oh, that's awesome. I wish they still did that. I wish they still did that. All right, let's keep moving on. Veteranness. All right, let's keep going here. Ooh, what an emotional day. I had to come over here, put my spurs on my Jordans, feel the planks beneath my feet. If you look over to the left, you can see the shooting gallery was all closed up. Man, what a magical time. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. Looks like the stream just got up to 5,000 people watching. I feel honored to have all 5,000 of you here. I appreciate it so much. I remember back when we used to only have like 100 people watching, and now we have 5,000. So it just feels good. Feels good to have the most popular Disneyland YouTube channel. Thank you so much for making it happen. All right, so we're going to do a little spin back, because I need to get the full effect of going into Adventureland, as we've now knocked off Tomorrowland, Small World Promenade or Mall, Toontown, Fantasyland, Frontierland. Now it's time to do the golden stretch, right? Adventureland, New Orleans Square, Galaxy's Edge. Look at that view. I'm getting ready to curse. So if you got kids, put your Mickey gloves, fingers in their ears, but damn, that looks beautiful. Felt good. I needed to get that out. Just look how wide open that is. I did have to go see the paymaster. I was behind 2 payments. I know why I went back there. I wanted to step on that new bridge. Remember, that bridge was done over the closures. If you're having fun doing this one, we're going to do DCA next for Club 1313 members, the folks that support all of my content. Appreciate you all. One spur, one Jordan. You know how it works. Dark photo. Sure, throw a curse warning for don't say sense. I didn't specifically set it. I strung it in a sentence so that it wasn't like direct. Like your child would have to be paying attention. Look at this, coming through the crazy part of Adventureland, which is normally just swarm with people. There's somehow people still hanging out there though, right? There's still people in the Bermuda Triangle. There's nothing going on. There's hardly anybody there, but there's people still there. Wow, look at this shot. This is Yesterland, right? Wow, what a great shot of all that. Now that it's not going to exist anymore, as that piece is getting taken out as well as the bridge. Oh man, maybe we'll have some nice, good, clean, clear shots of what New Orleans Square looks like. All right, there's the dead trees over to the left. Getting to come up over the bridge. Man, it's so cool to see this in its state. Wow. Dude, the moment when I ran into Federalist in the Bermuda Triangle was the best. And like out of all people, of course it was Federalist. There's Tiana standing in front of Walt and Roy's initials in the banister there. I just probably walked through that person's photo that they were working so hard to get. Oh no, she's doing the photo. Sorry. Blue Bayou's currently got construction walls around it that we'll catch for our update this week. Oh, 35 there, 35 Royal Street. That's now painted like Granny Smith apple green, so that's no longer red. Nerd Squared with the invisible green super chat. Trying to get that woo woo. Woo woo. There's the entrance into Club 33. Where's the woo woo? Woo! Woo woo! There it is. There's where the witch doctor lives in New Orleans Square. You can hear the noise of her. Man, that is just beautiful. Getting to see it all just open like that. What a year, man. What a year and what a couple of years before it. Magnolia Park, one of my favorite parts of all of New Orleans Square. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let's kill the music. Can we hear Walt's voice? There's that clicking.
And hello. Hello, gorgeous.
Oh, well, thank you, Bricky.
Let's.
Oh, he's talking to the Haunted Mansion. Look how pretty all of that is with the sun, just like those little lens flares coming through. Nerd Square, thank you so much for the woo woo. That's right, the classics are back. The home studios coming back together. Streams from home once again, where we can do some of the most original and I think fun Disneyland live content that exists. So thank you guys so much for showing up. I just checked 10,000 people watching us live right now. Unbelievable. I remember when it was like 100. Gary Robinson, what's up, my friend? How are you, bud? What are you doing? Well, if you're talking to me, I'm looking at footage from 1 year ago today, April 27th, when I was able to get in for the cast member preview. This was 3 days before everybody else would get in on Friday, April 30th. And I thought it would be neat to go back and look at the footage from 1 year ago so we could all see just how much the world and the park has changed. So that's what I'm doing, Carrie. What are you doing? Oh, look at her. That's the trees. This is the first time seeing that those trees were removed. Over there on the left, there was some new stuff put in the pet cemetery. Shout out to the Ramones. Just finished my 4-hour live. Wow. Oh yeah, you knew I had to come to Fowler's Harbor. I think back here is when I had quite a moment. Because this is my favorite spot in all of Disneyland. I love coming back to Fowler's Harbor. Love being back here at night. It's so quiet, so peaceful, it's so removed. Not everyone knows about it. Although since my TikTok channel's been blowing up, people know about it because I was like, hey guys, do you know the best place where you can go to get away? And now everybody knows about it because I made it go viral. Oh, look at that. I, for one, am excited for Splash Mountain to get the new retheming, but I am trying to make the most of its original state, and that's such a beauty shot from back here. Gary Robinson, thank you so much for the super chat. The invisible super chat. Woo woo! Little woo woo for you, my friend. Hey, 1 million TikTok followers was not easy, but I did it. Of course, having the YouTube channel up to 10 million made it easy too. So, but whatever. I mean, they're just numbers, man. I'm just a normal person like you guys. Okay. I'm just normal like all of you guys, even though I'm the viral sensation of Disneyland. How do you do? Richard Davis is going to miss the original songs. I said, Richard Davis is going to miss the original songs. Okay. I think right around here is when we got to switch over to the second video. Because I started to get nervous. I'm like, man, I've been shooting one video clip for 45 minutes. I should probably hit stop so I don't lose this footage because I'll never be able to get it back. And if I remember correctly, I needed to stop and have a good cry. It's true. Influencer, baby. Influencer. None of you had ever been to Disneyland until you found my YouTube channel. And you're like, what's this thing he's talking about? Disneyland? I'll go check it out. Oh, the hype trains. The hype trains were so wild back in the Twitch days. Those animatronic geese look so real. All right. I think this still moment is me being like, I should probably stop this and make a second clip. The theme will be Princess and the Frog. Kayla Williams. They're going to be removing the Song of the South theme. You guys remember the first time you walked down this path to get over to Galaxy's Edge? Great memories. I must hear the Mark Twain coming in. That's why I keep pausing. That's got to be what it is. Oh, yeah. I can see the smokestack. Hype train. Do you think Shape Up will last the summer? I don't know. I don't want to talk about that now. I mean, I know that's what's on everybody's mind, but I just want to enjoy this year anniversary and not worry about all the dumb politics. I know we'll all be here next summer. Huh? We're not going anywhere, the fans. Here she comes. I'll wait for her any day of the week, especially after I had already waited over a year just to see this boat come through here. Love it so much. Woo! 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 Richard Davis! I am down with the change in the music if they have Bricky on the new soundtrack. How do you do? Richard Davis wants some new songs. Richard Davis doesn't mind if the new songs are sung by me. Animatronic geese flown in all the way from Canada. Yeah, nobody makes animatronic geese better than Canada. I mean, it's what they do. That and hockey. Look at her. Look at her just coming right down the river. Thanks, Richard, for the super chat. I appreciate it, bud. Oh, JT did the votes. Coming up this Monday, we'll be doing a look back at Disneyland advertisements. We'll be watching a whole slew of Disney advertisements on our Monday Fun Day live stream and judging which ones are effective, which ones are dated, and which ones are the best. So if you want to watch some Disney vintage ads together, join me this Monday. Damn, that's beautiful. Best attraction, man. Best attraction. I love it so much. Put a riverboat in the middle of your theme park. Oh, yeah. Wasn't a dry eye there, Lauren. You're absolutely right, my friend. All right, that's where that clip ends. Give me 1 second, and we'll do a quick swap out for our second clip. Where it looks like I might have backtracked a little bit. How did I get back there? Who knows? It was an emotional day. What do you say Drape is up to right now? Probably hitting the spice. If I know Drape, he's probably hitting the spice. I'm not sure why I did this a second time. Let me just... get us back to where we were. Apologies. All right. If you've enjoyed this look back on... Woo! 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 If you've enjoyed this look back on Disneyland on my first time back, coming up next for Club 1313 members, we'll be doing a private stream. We'll be doing the same thing for DCA. But the DCA date is a little bit different than this one because I wanted it to be the first time I got back into DCA, which will be the opening morning of Touch of Disney, which is a completely different way to look at DCA. All right, now we're back in Galaxy's Edge. Brooks Engel, what's up, my man? Love a good bricky lap around the park. You took me with you on a rip a few years back and showed me all the rad spots like Fowler's Harbor. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bud. Brooks Engel, by the way, is a phenomenal illustrator, graphic designer. You should go check out his website or his Instagram, Nowhere Land. Nowhere Land Supply, I believe is what it is. You'll be a fan. Promise you. It's true, Orton. Always good for a second look. And by the way, that's a sick avatar you have of you and Chewie hanging out. Or maybe you're Chewie and that's you and Orton. Who knows? Definitely see where a lot of people went to, right? This is the most people that we'd seen yet. Back here inside of Galaxy's Edge. The old A-Wing, the X-Wing. Was that pretty much the most magical day you've ever had at Disneyland? Oh, Kayla. I mean, one of them. I mean, there's been so many magical moments I've had in this place, but yeah, this was probably the most dreamlike day that I'd ever had there. That's for sure. But I appreciate you asking, bud. So cool to just get to go back into Galaxy's Edge. Like I can still remember the very first time that I walked up this path and just how in love I was with the design of it all. Absolutely love this part of the park. Nicola, hey. You're the man, Brooks. Love your artwork, buddy. So proud to see how you just keep killing it and slaying it year after year, my man. Compliment well deserved. Oh, yeah. Let's come back here. Look at this. Look how pretty. It's perfect lighting for this land. All of the light fixtures. I know so many people are like, Galaxy's Edge is too many stores. I mean, if the stores is the means to get this type of structure, load it with stores. You don't have to buy anything. Did you see that too? Only one person at a time could like go in there. I remember when that finally came down and you could just cruise through there. Straight ahead, you see the big white wall there, or the concrete wall. You see the concrete wall above me. You don't see that out in Florida. And actually, when I was in Florida, I shot Galaxy's Edge from every imaginable angle. And at some point, I'm going to do a video where I show you the design difference between the two lands. Because some people have done videos like that, but haven't really ever seen anybody who did it from like the designer's perspective of like just how the two lands are built differently and why they were built differently. Look at all that. So pretty. I love the markets in Galaxy's Edge. Remind me of the fashion district in downtown LA, but cleaner. So question for you guys. This area that's behind me for the media preview, they did a nighttime show on this bridge where Chewie shot his crossbow, stormtroopers shot their blasters, Kylo Ren did some effects with his saber. You think maybe we might get that show for Celebration Star Wars Night or May the 4th? What do you think? Would love to know what you guys think about that. Oh, webcams chat.xz, hot girls and boys in video chat. Jeff, why are you deleting these? These look like really good links that we should all click on. Whew. I would let it slide. They look like they're somebody who would really enjoy and connect with our community. Look at Ray up there. It's so cool. Just look at that shot. Just look how perfectly all of that is laid out. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap around the other side. JT's like, sorry, that was me. Yeah, man, if they're sending us links to hot boys and girls, I mean, we need that kind of information in our life. Oh, look at Ray getting back there and hiding. Who does she see coming? Is it Kylo? Oh, no, because the so dumb of me. Because the characters aren't allowed to walk around in this moment in time. How expensive can a few drone X-Wings be for a show? I know, come on, man. Give me some drones flying around ye old spaceport. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. Now we're back to some of that emptiness because everybody's over there where the rides are at. Just look how beautiful that is. All the different concrete textures, every little detail. Is my photo op open? Is my photo door open? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh, you know I had to go back in there and take a selfie. Best photo spot. And now there's like a stanchion in front of it. Oh, Greg, that's right. You haven't been yet because you're a foreigner. Dude, we're going to rip it when you get to town. They need to steal inspiration from Ricky's projection show. Oh, man. I sometimes forgot that I did that for our, because we, on our live streams, look at that view, jeez. We ended up still doing a live stream for when Star Wars Night was supposed to happen, because, you know, a lot of us had tickets for the party. And so I made my own projection show that would take place over the spires of Batuu. I always have to talk about, I love this detail so much that the one grade is moved over and that's the one that you're exiting from. Like, whew, what a storytelling detail. I love this back accessibility ramp. So good. Back here where there's the one hidden Mickey that I know of inside of Galaxy's Edge. And they don't have this hidden Mickey out in Batuu East. There's the hidden Mickey right there. Boom. Oh, yeah. Well, this is it, friends. We did all of Disneyland. We looked at all of the different paths, walked the entire park 1 year ago. This is what it all looked like. And I think it's a great reminder of how far we've come and how far we had to go to get to this moment. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this look back in memory lane. It's so fun to hang out with all of you guys. And I love that everybody here is fellow lover of the park and also likes to joke around and have a good time. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good one. And if you're a Club 1313 member, give me a couple of minutes and I will fire up our stream where we're going to do the same thing inside of DCA. But yeah, maybe this is a good reminder for all of us to not take it for granted, because it's real easy to do that. Real easy to do that when life starts coming at you fast again. But look at that view behind me. What else could you ask for? I mean, that is just so beautiful. Man, that's amazing. Friends, thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is where I'm going to part ways with you. Don't forget, over on my community tab, I have a place where you can vote on what you want me to do a deep dive on tomorrow. And that will be in our Friday update video. And then Monday, if you want to join me on our Monday Fun Day, we will be looking at a bunch of vintage Disneyland ads and voting all of those. And right now, for members of Club 1313, I'm going to do the same thing with my first ever lap back in DCA when it reopened. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Anna B. Sure. I don't know what that one's about. Great stream. Thanks. Appreciate it, Walter Works. Been a long time since I've seen you around here, bud. Later, Darth Votto. Bye, guys. I'll see you in a little bit if you're a Club 1313 member. And if not, I'll see you on Friday when I return with update. Don't forget to vote on what you want the deep dive to be. And don't forget, let's not take it for granted. We went through so much to get where we're at. Let's try to appreciate each and every visit and each and every day. Friends, until the next time I see you standing at the edge of the Millennium Falcon, I'll see you back here with more Disneyland fun. So long.